Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's broadcast of the Widener men's basketball game. It's a chilly day in Chester, 36 degrees off exit 6 off I-95 at the Schwartz Athletic Center as the 599 Pride take on the 13-6 Blazers from Hood. Sonny Fimple here with Luke Kincaid, and coming into today on a two-game win streak, each double-digit victories. Luke, what can Widener do to increase their record to 10-9 on the season?
Well, this isn't a new matchup for Widener, you know. The senior class for Widener has faced Hood 7 times. December 8th is the meeting. Only the class's second triumph over the Blazers in the last 4 years, and it's 2 wins. Widener's averaging 25 points margin of victory. Well, my main goal, I think, that Widener has to win this game is to be more aggressive and be right in their face. Because you can have a game plan all you want, but as long as someone's in your face, that game plan goes out the window.
Exactly. I couldn't agree more with you, and we will be back shortly with tip-off and the starting lineups. So, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Balk with the call on the starting lineup for today's game between the Widener University Pride and the Hood Blazers. We got the starting lineups. First, the starting lineup for the Hood Blazers. We got number 2, Kobe Butler, Jr. from Stafford, Virginia. Number 5, Michael Riley. Mason Wang, number 10, sophomore from Williamsburg, Virginia. Number 12, Evan Wang, also from Williamsburg, Virginia. And number 32, Ian Eversole. And for the Widener University Pride, the starting 5, Kenny Lewis, Elijah Boyd, Jalen Howard, Connor Lafferty, and Ryan McMahon, in what should be a fairly contested contest between two teams looking to get into the MAC Commonwealth playoffs.
Both teams seem about even right now. We're in the stage feeling each other out right now as we see.
Lots of ball movement for Hood. Right away, number 10, Mason Wang, heading into the basket. Very aggressive drive to put Hood up almost immediately. 19 minutes, 24 seconds left here in the first quarter. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Sonny Fimple here with Luke Kincaid on a very chilly afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. This broadcast is brought to you by the Widener University Communications Department as well as the Widener Athletics Department.
Yeah, you said it's chilly afternoon, but, you know, Hood's men's basketball and Widener men's basketball are about to heat it up inside the gym tonight.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Luke. Evan Wang with the ball. Senior Ryan McMahon, a very accomplished collegiate career for the Widener Pride. In the paint, McMahon is unable to stop Ian Eversole, the senior from Eagemsville, Maryland.
6'4", 214, showing you right now, big men basketball always paying off.
Jalen Howard swarmed by Navy jerseys, and Connor Lafferty.
Key player in Widener's offense and defense, always getting those points when we need it most.
Fantastic play. Connor Lafferty, and you might be saying, well, where is Tyler Drews, one of the leading scorers for the Widener Pride? He tore his ACL, unfortunately, out for the remainder of the season. And Connor Lafferty having to step it up to become a mainstay in this Widener team, also a junior. Oh.
Hard fall. Hard fall, number 5, Michael Riley Jr. at Williamsport, Maryland, 6'3", 5'11", 160. Took a hard fall there by Elijah Boyd.
Kenny Lewis, who averages about 4.4 points per game, called for his first personal foul, the Widener's first team foul. Evan Wang feeding it back down to Kobe Butler. Lots of perimeter movement. Overthrows Ian Eversole, and this one will be headed back for the Pride.
Exactly. As you said, Tyler Drews tore his ACL, and now Connor Lowry's filling in, but he wants you to make sure that there's no problem there, that he can fill it in, spot in right, fill a spot in right, fill a spot in as good as you need it to, because he's not trying to use a spot either.
Exactly.
It's a failed point attempt missed by Widener. Goes back to Hood. Oh, almost gets his three.
As we see Connor Laverty one-on-one with Mason Wang. Laverty looking for a man. Heavy coverage by Hood. A nice anticipation by number 5, Michael Riley, who falls into Adam Balk and Kenny Lewis.
Kenny Lewis, the freshman from Maryland, putting it in for another two, giving Widener a 2-point lead against Hood.
Kobe Butler out for three, and he does not get it. Unfortunately, cannot connect.
Elijah Boyd with the rebound, but hopefully Elijah's okay. He seems fine.
And Ian Eversole called for his first foul of the afternoon, the team's first. Elijah Boyd also stepped up last season as well as this season, inbounding the ball to Laverty. Elijah Boyd.
Trying for the threes, but I see people in front of him, they can't get it.
Down. Look at that move by Kenny Lewis. Unfortunately, cannot sink the two, but he's going to the charity stripe for 2 free throws.
Hopefully get 2 points. Kenny Lewis, very impressive thus far in the Widener season. Gets 1. This will give Widener a 4-point lead against Albington. No, the second one does not go in.
And a rebound, and now we have number 10, Mason Wang, trying to take coast to coast. Back to Wang, gets Boyd to bite, goes in for the layup, and a hard foul. And the offensive foul, hard foul on number 10, Mason Wang. McMahon over to Elijah Boyd. Boyd back to Laverty, who looks back to Jalen Howard for three.
No. Mason Wang driving up the court. Gives it off to number 12. Elijah Boyd contesting it. Oh, hard fall. Number 2. Back to Wang.
A little shocking the ref didn't call a foul that time on McMahon, who looked like he had a lot of contact with Kobe Butler. Butler with the ball. Gets McMahon to bite just a little bit.
Another foul going back to Widener's court.
And ladies and gentlemen, with that, Hood already taking a timeout. We are here in the first half. 15 minutes, 41 seconds left in the first half. Widener University 7, the Hood Blazers 4. A 30-second timeout called by Hood.
To go off on a tangent here and talk about Tyler Drews. Last time Widener played Abington Hood, Tyler Drews finished just an assist shy of a triple-double as the Widener men's basketball team won its 3rd straight game, downing Hood 88-61 in a Matt Commonwealth matchup on Saturday afternoon. So Drews is a very big part of this offense and defensive unit. But again, as we see from Widener, that the team is a very cohesive unit, and if one part goes down, they can always fill it up, and they're doing a great job again. Game is still anyone's game, but Widener's leading by 3 points, and we can see as the matchup continues, Widener's coming out ahead.
And you see Coach Caradeo from the Widener Pride talking to his team, his 13th year as the head coach of Widener, 18th season as a head coach, spending 5 years with Merchant Marine before taking the helm at Chester. And get this, he's one of the top players in Widener hoops history, earning all MAC first-team honors in each of his 4 seasons, and is the second in school history with 2,067 points.
Yeah, you can tell this Widener basketball team very impressive out the gate so far. But then again, Hood's also not taking it back. They're bringing it right back to Widener.
Lots of heavy coverage by the Blazers. This one will stay with Widener as it pinballs off of Riley. And as a couple substitutions coming in for the Widener University Pride. Number 20, Jared Peters coming in, and number 10, Jair Williams. The first time we've seen these two guys all afternoon. Substituting in for Jalen Howard and Elijah Boyd. Nice look inside the paint for McMahon. Give him his first 2 of the day.
McMahon's inside jump shot gives us 2 points ahead of Hood.
Evan Wang versus Jair Williams. Wang flips it over to Eversole, who's covered heavy inside the paint, but still connects to put Hood down by 3.
What I'm seeing from these shots, precedes the shots, is great ball movement on the teams. Great ball movement is always a key. And oh wait, stolen by Hood for another 2 to.
Fantastic anticipation by Michael Riley, the junior from Williamsport, Maryland. We've seen a bunch from him so far, and Connor
Try
Lavery.
For a steal again by Wang. And then Everly. Another steal.
Second steal within 2 possessions, going coast to coast, cannot finish. Wang with the save.
Great save. Back to Wang.
Wang takes it, and now Riley with possession of the basketball. Riley trying to go into the paint over to number 11. Jared Ruiz for his first of the day. Cannot sink the 3.
McMahon going up the court. Gives to Everly.
McMahon, as I said before, the Maple Shade native. A very distinguished career
The 3. Ooh, no
for
good.
Widener.
Wide open.
Wang to Wang for the assist and to put Hood above by a point.
As a timeout is taken by Widener, Hood leads by 1 point, 10-9, with 13 minutes left in the first quarter.
And ladies and gentlemen, 13 minutes, 31 seconds left here in the first half. Widener down by a point. Hood 10, Widener 9. We just witnessed a fantastic women's game. Devin Rimmer, congratulations once again to her for reaching her 1,000-point milestone.
That's not her first 1,000-point season. She's had 12 previous 1,000-point seasons, I've heard. And again, another dominant win by Widener's women's basketball team. An amazing game by them.
Absolutely, a nearly 30-point victory, keeping their streak alive. Peters, heavy coverage by Wang, and Wang Laverty toss it down to Lewis, who then feeds it back to Laverty, who feeds it back to Peters. Inside from McManus, jump shot from a few feet out, sinks it, putting Widener back in charge.
Nothing but net there, nothing but net.
And Mason Wang covers from Jair Williams. Out to Jared Ruiz, inside to Eversole. We've seen a lot from him in the paint. Add 2 more to the stat sheet.
Eversole, a key player of this Abington defense and offense.
Loads of dominant coverage by Hood.
Yes.
You know, complete opposite of what we saw in the women's game. Hood is an absolute force when it comes to defense.
Hood's not giving you room to breathe. They want that ball back, and they're going to make sure he's going to take every ounce of their energy to get it.
And Connor Laverty to Jared Peters. Each of these guys having to step up after losing Tyler Drews. Inside, Kenny Lewis fouled hard. And Keith Claiborne Jr., a junior guard from Westminster, Maryland, his first personal foul of the day, and as well as the team's Kenny Lewis, 2 free shots, sinks the first one with ease.
As we said before, the women's game, there wasn't many foul shots being taken this game. We already have 2 in the first quarter.
And call by the referee there, denouncing the second free throw.
Said it was a foul violation, stepped over the line. I never seen that. That's very rare to see in the basketball game.
Yeah, some kind of infraction, but now we see Keith Claiborne. Lots of ball movement by Hood. Back to Wang. Wang finds a lane to the basket, feeds it down to Claiborne, who takes on Lewis. Cannot finish the play, and then takes it right back. And lots of disapproval on the Hood bench.
Hood's head coach pleaded his case. Not paying off again. We have Kenny Lewis again, the freshman from Baltimore, doing his foul shots. Gets one.
And Lewis again, although one was taken back, he's 3 for 3.
Either his redemption shots, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Lewis again, see if he can go 4 for 4
there we
with
go.
ease.
Jalen Howard subbed in for Kenny Lewis.
Evan Wang taking on Jalen Howard. Back to Jared Ruiz, who has Elijah Boyd on him. Widener with some strong defense. Strong style limiting Hood on the offensive. And now Claiborne to the Hood, or to the basket, excuse me.
Hood contesting this game very closely, not letting any points go unanswered in this game.
Howard feeds it out to Peters, to Elijah Boyd
for
from
three.
way beyond the arc, and he sinks it.
Great three by Elijah Boyd.
Give him the 3. His first of the day from way beyond the arc. Putting Widener up by 3, 17-14 is the score. 11 minutes, 9 seconds left in the first.
Claiborne again for 2.
Claiborne, a wide open opportunity, and responding without any hesitation is Jair Williams for Widener University. And it looks like Hood will call yet another timeout.
This game is already very close. You can already tell these players are playing with every ounce of being in their heart. It's a great game of basketball so far. And we're only not even 10 minutes in.
Now, the last time these two teams met back on December 8th of last year, Widener picked up an 88-61 victory. But Hood, they're coming in this game with a 6-game winning streak, and they come in today's meeting at 7-3. Matt Commonwealth playing. They're 13-6 overall. In previous matchups, the Blazers cruised to a 26-point victory over Messiah, the 8th seed, mind you, and 3 players finished in double figures while the defense held the leading scorer in the conference to just 4 points. A testament to how strong this Hood defense is, as well as their offense.
Some players to look out for in this Hood basketball crew is, number one, I got to say Evan Wang. Evan Wang has been a leader of this Hood basketball team, and also Claiborne. Claiborne's always underneath that net. He's always going to be a dangerous weapon, getting the baskets when you need it.
Evan Wang taking on Jalen Howard, the much taller opponent. Claiborne, very aggressive in the paint, as we've seen all afternoon.
He's going to make you work for it. He's not giving you any chance to slip up or anything. He's going to make you work for it. 3 attempt by number 20.
Jared Peters with the 3-point attempt. Cannot connect to Wang. Out to number 22, Tyler Evans for 3. Tying up the game.
Great 3 by Tyler Evans. Tied up the game, 19-19 with 10 minutes left.
Laverty had a wide open 3-point opportunity, decides to dish it out to Peters, back to Luke Patel.
Boyd for 3 again, no. Gets the rebound.
Oh.
Ooh. Knocked down number 5, Michael Riley.
And Jalen Howard with a nice finish on that beautifully crafted play. Elijah Boyd very aggressive on that drive. Keith Claiborne. Keeping the pace. Claiborne again, a dish from Evans to Riley to Wang. Boyd versus Wang. Back to Evans. As the shot clock dwindles down from 3, Riley with the three-point attempt does not finish. And Laverty with the rebound.
Ball movement in the top of the court. This is back to Everly.
Had Patel wide open in the corner. Laverty decides to feed it over to Elijah Boyd. Continuing their perimeter movement. Patel at the baseline, still wide open opportunity. Down to Howard, feeding out to Peters for 3, and he's got it.
Great ball movement to that 3 being in the basket, which gives Widener a 5-point lead over Hood, 24-19.
Jared Peters for 3 again. Now Wang over to Riley. We've seen a little bit of him this afternoon. Way to maintain coverage by Patel. Patel, one of the newer faces on this team from Monroe, New Jersey. Claiborne inbounds the ball to Wang. Claiborne back with the ball. He's got Laverty on 1-on-1. Claiborne wide open and look. No,
nice
thank you.
Block by Everly.
No, thank you, says Laverty. And Boyd following up with a three-point shot attempt. Howard trying to strip it out from Wang. Wang feeds out to Claiborne. Wide open three-point attempt, and he sinks it.
Claiborne is putting on a performance right in front of our eyes today.
Very much so.
Wang driving up the court. Ooh. Charging on it. Boyd gives Widener the ball back. You can tell this team has a history just by the way they play. Very aggressive, and they're very close scores. Neither team could have an inch in this game. They're making it close, and they're going to try their hardest to win.
And Elijah Boyd versus Claiborne. Great matchup to Patel, the freshman, one of the newer faces on this Widener squad. Back to Elijah Boyd. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Lots of coverage by the Blazers. Inside the paint, looking for Lewis. Cannot get it to him. Another turnover. Hood very decisive with their shot selection. Lots of shots in the paint, lots of shots outside the paint, way beyond the arc.
Shot clock winding down.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Wang to the basket's got 3 white jerseys on him, but does not let it affect him one bit as he gets 2 more to tie this game up, even at 24. Ladies and gentlemen, 6 minutes, 34 seconds left here in the first half. Widener with a score of 24 and Hood also at 24, all tied up here at the Schwartz Athletic Center in Chester on this cold January afternoon. Some of the last weeks of MAC Commonwealth action as both these teams look to cement a place into the playoff picture. And Patel from 3 does not get it. Laverty
calming things down on top of the court.
Laverty asserting his dominance in the paint. Peters over to Boyd. Back to Peters, who dishes out back to Boyd. 2 men on him in his face, but takes a 3-point attempt anyway.
Claiborne and Patel gives it to.
And heavy coverage by Lewis. And Claiborne again inside the paint, taking on 3 Widener defenders and give him the 1. Widener making a substitution. Coach Caradeo taking out Jared Peters, putting back in Ryan McMahon, the senior experienced shooting guard.
Ryan McMahon once again leads the conference in assists to turnover ratio, logging a 2.7 clip. Last year, McMahon also led the MAC Commonwealth and was 11th in the NCAA Division III with a 3.27 ATO mark.
And Claiborne easily making a 3-point play.
Claiborne leads the Hood's offense, leads both offenses in scoring with 10 points.
Patel taking on Smalls.
Boyd.
Nice look down.
Under some
Boyd.
pressure, but it gets the 2.
And we're going to see Ruiz bring the ball back up the court. He's got Patel on him. Strong defense over to Evan Wang. Ian Eversole out back to Ruiz. Ruiz taking it to the hoop. Throws it up. Hits the backboard off the glass and careens into the arms of Jalen Howard, who then dishes
Shot
it out
that
to
under
Lafferty.
tremendous pressure.
Into McMahon. Back out to Boyd to Patel.
Lafferty for 3. Got it.
Oh, a little help from a friend. Lafferty, a little help from the rim and the backboard. Puts Widener back up by 2. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half.
Nice block by Patel, getting the ball back to Widener. Throws it to Boyd.
Forward thinking by Patel, throws it out to Boyd, giving it to Lafferty, who takes it in the paint. Covered by 4 men. Howard with a rebound. And it looks to me like this will be a jump ball right away as Howard is securing his dominance and saying, no, this is Widener's ball, not yours.
McMahon throwing the ball in. You got Jalen Howard out there, Luke Patel, Boyd, and Connor Lafferty making a name for himself this game. Wide open all the way back in the field was Lafferty.
Inbounding the ball to Patel. Patel securing it. Lafferty looking for an open man. This looks like it'll be a foul on, looks to be number 22, Tyler Evans. Team ninth in his first of the afternoon, adding to that tally of 9. McMahon for the free throw, makes the first one.
Nothing but down that first free throw by McMahon.
See if he can follow it up with another smooth connection to add to the deficit, and
another
he
smooth
does.
Connection.
Widener taking a 4-point lead now with 3 minutes and 57 seconds left in the first half. And Wang.
Not a comfortable lead, but a lead nonetheless.
To Ruiz. Ruiz looking for an option. He finds Wang down below the paint. Has a wide open man in Eversole. No one saw him. Ruiz took the 3-pointer now. Looks like Wang will go in for his own benefit. Cannot connect. Oh, Wang trying to strip it away. Elijah Boyd, Connor Lafferty keeping control of the ball. Howard being roughhoused in the paint by Eversole. Eversole makes the rebound.
Wang almost lost control of that ball right there, but he recovered from it.
Absolute fastball by Ruiz to Wang, and then the finish off the drive. Ian Eversole with a 3 of his own.
These teams are getting great connections with ball movement. Great ball movement, leading these great baskets by them.
Howard trying to draw a foul. Unfortunately, is not able to do so.
Doesn't catch the ref's eyes.
Ruiz, on the other hand, does draw the foul. And And you don't hear that too often. Connor Laverty with his first foul of the game.
Yeah. But again, both these teams playing major aggressive basketball. So fouls will happen in such a situation like this. Both teams want the win. Very important for this win for both teams, and you're going to see some fouls drawn.
A few substitutions coming in for the Widener University Pride. Stephen Armstrong, freshman from Germantown, Maryland, will be coming in. And Jared Peters coming back into the game as well. Peters not even looking at McMahon. McMahon, a look of frustration as Peters did not even turn around to see the anticipation from McMahon to possibly put up another hoop.
Could have been a basket if he's turning around. You don't know that. So frustration seems reasonable in that situation.
And for Trace, and Riley does not connect. Score remains 31 even at about a 2-minute mark here in the first half. Very evenly contested ball game, and Boyd from a three. He does not get in. Lots. Oh.
Jaw-jacking back and forth by each team. Make it a clean game of basketball. You don't want no fights.
Lots of words being distributed between Armstrong and Eversole. This should be pretty interesting as the game goes on. Eversole, we've seen him very aggressive play. Eversole and Armstrong.
More concentrated with Stephen Armstrong. Another questionable foul that number 32 on Wood is questioning the referee about.
Jared Peters over to Elijah Boyd. Getting Claiborne to back off a little bit.
Major contact on Claiborne by Boyd.
McMahon back out, Laverty for three, and he's got it. With the three-pointer, putting Widener up by three, 34-31. Lots of contact. Now Laverty looking for an opportunity. Finds McMahon. McMahon a little help off the backboard. Oh!
Two missed two-point attempts by Widener. Now we have Wood taking control on their side of the court, moving the ball around. 45 seconds left to go.
And Wang looking for a man open, finds Eversole. Eversole trailing Wang, who then dishes it back out to Wang. Finds Kobe Butler. Looks to get Laverty a bite, then takes a shot, and is called for the travel. And rightfully so.
Hood's coach again looking frustrated after all these fouls are coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. And a substitution for the Blazers, Evan Wang coming out. And coming into the game is Christopher Smalls, freshman from Washington, D.C., graduate of St. Andrews Episcopal. Laverty from three. He's been hot so far this afternoon. Cannot sink that one to increase the deficit to 6 points. Eversole from a three of his own. He cannot connect. And with that, the end of the first half, Widener with a score of 34 and Hood at 31.
Obviously, in these timeouts, you're going to see some game plan adjustments, maybe see some holes in the game plan, some holes in offense or defense. You're going to try and adjust them as best you can to maybe get a better second quarter. But again, this first quarter is showing that both teams can compete with each other. 34-31 is nothing to cry about. Very close margin for a win by each team.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, at the half, Widener 34-31. We will be back shortly for the commencement of the second half of play.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, your halftime entertainment. How about a round of applause for the Widener University dance team?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of this broadcast of the Widener men's basketball game. After a fairly contested first half, the score, Widener 34 and the Hood Blazers 31.
This is a very important game for the MAC Commonwealth because the MAC Commonwealth standings are very close. As Arcadia leads as Arcadia is 15-3, Hood is 13-6, Stevenson 12-6, and Widener 9-9. But the MAC standings, Arcadia 9-0, Hood 7-3, Stevenson 6-3, Widener 6-4. So if Widener wins this game, we move up to third place and we tie Hood for third place. If we lose, it's pretty much out of bounds at this point. So we hope for a Widener win this game.
And right away we see Evan Wang back on the attack as well as Mason Wang. Spent lots of time possession of the ball in the first half.
Evan Wang, this game has been a great field general for Hood. Wow.
Look at that, a three-point basket over the head of the much taller Connor Laverty.
Mason Wang, sophomore from Williamsburg, Virginia. Westwood driving up now.
Jalen Howard, 4-3. The whistle blows and unfortunately, the three-point basket does not count, but we'll see what's going on here as Connor Laverty. I'm sorry, the ball will now be inbounded by Ryan McMahon. It looked as though Laverty was set up at the free throw line, but Laverty does have the ball. Howard back to McMahon. Ganged up on by two Blazers, and Wang with and Howard actually taking it back from Wang. And he feeds under to Lewis, and Lewis with another basket. Give it to him.
Big thanks to Howard for getting that ball back to Widener's court and leading to that 2-point leading, getting us leading by 2. We had a very important game for both teams.
And over to Wang, who then gives it to Kobe Butler. And Butler taking on Lewis, back out to Wang versus Boyd. Out of lane, stops. Riley to Butler. Butler from way out there does not connect. Oh, and lots of effort there.
Oh, they get back in. Hard fall from both Butler and Boyd.
Jalen Howard inside to McMahon. Heavy coverage by the Blazers. Lafferty with a jump shot.
Ooh, almost in there.
Jump shot does not go down. Wang's got Boyd and McMahon. Riley from 3 again. The second time Riley is the charm.
Nice.
The perimeter a little bit, trying to see what kind of options they have. McMahon guarded heavily again by two Blazers inside the low.
Couldn't quite get both hands on that ball. They need to be out of bounds. Giving it back to Hood.
And it was a fantastic approach by McMahon and a fantastic look by McMahon inside of Lafferty, just careens off of Lafferty's fingers, hitting out of bounds. Wang dribbling the ball up the court. Over to Wang, a jump shot. And this time it is Mason Wang with the fadeaway from the baseline, putting Hood up by 3.
Now it's time to start bearing down and get these points because now Hood leads by 3 points. We can easily tie this up. We've been seeing some good threes on Widener's side of the ball. But then again, we see some mistakes that we see just there.
Foul call on Jalen Howard as he tried to strip the ball of Evan Wang, but Evan Wang once again drawing the foul. Hood Blazers double team coverage on Ryan McMahon. They know how much of a threat he is. Coach Caradeo lining up Jared Peters to come in for a substitution upon the free throw. Wang gets 2 shots. The first he will make without
Evan and Mason Wang are both having really good chemistry. I'm not sure if they're brothers, but they are playing like they are because they're both intertwined. They both,
both have the same style of play, very aggressive style of play.
They are both from Williamsburg, Virginia, from Jamestown, so maybe, who knows, maybe there's really good friends in those things.
Made the first basket with no troubles. Does not prevail in the second basket of the free throw. Laverty Had Lewis open for a split second. Back to Laverty from 3. Let's see if he makes it. He does.
Turning the deficit to a 1-point deficit. Widener looks to close in.
Wang to Wang. He's got Boyd on him over to Ebersol, who we've seen a bunch of. And it looks like Laverty will be called for the foul.
Second foul by Laverty. See Michael Riley, yes. Michael Riley shooting for 2 foul shots. Ooh, one just pops out. Riley again.
Riley misses the second one. Does make, or misses the first one, does make the second one, excuse me.
Almost made it in the future there.
Laverty wide open for a look on the outside of the court, and looks like this one's going to be called on Elijah Boyd. Last time something like that happened, they called the charge foul on Wang.
Yeah.
This time he was able to draw the foul. Riley will inbound the ball. It will remain Blazers' possession. And Coach Caradeo signals to the referee that he wants a timeout, a 30-second timeout to be more specific. 16 minutes and a second on the clock. Widener is down by 2 points. Hood has the lead at 41-39.
This is not his first time in this position. Coach Caradeo has been here for 13 seasons, and this situation is not new to him, so I'm sure he's going to make a little bit of game plan adjustments, make some defensive adjustments, make some offensive adjustments, make sure the team can pull out ahead.
And the band playing a little Beyonce.
You a Beyonce fan?
Honestly, not too much.
Neither am I. All right, good.
Not too much. Can't say I listen to her that much.
He passed it to the left. Now he's driving up with the 2, and he misses. Widener's ball back, but it's going in.
Put down 5, Michael Riley, his second.
Laverty versus Wang.
Ooh, nice ball movement by Laverty. Very impressive this game. Gives the Boyd and back to Laverty. Back to Boyd. This defense is not giving an inch to this Widener offense. Being bold and stoic.
Driving to the basket. Little hook shot makes it right as the shot clock dwindles.
Amazing offense by Ryan McMahon, proving himself to be one of the great starters on this Widener team.
Evan Wang to Mason Wang. Out to Ebersol for 3. Off the rim. No help there. But a rebound by Mason Wang.
Wang to Wang's a very dangerous combination there. It always leads to something scary happening on this team.
They're able to read each other's performance in just such a fast-paced tempo that the two of them bring to the Hood offense.
The tempo's all the way up. Nice block, but then, again, number 5, Michael Riley with the shot.
McMahon down to Lewis. Lewis gets him to bite and finishes with
all
the layup.
tied up. 14 minutes to spare in our second half.
This time it's Mason Wang. He's got Kenny Lewis on him. Looks over to Kobe Butler, who takes another 3. He likes to do a lot of those. And a rebound by Lewis. And obviously Ebersol called for the foul. with that, a few substitutions coming in for the Hood Blazers. Number 11, Jared Ruiz coming back in. And the man himself, number 24, Keith Claiborne, coming back into the game. And also for Widener, Luke Patel will be in the game.
Luke Patel is a new face, but he's playing a mainstay with his hard-nosed basketball, making sure people remember his name.
Sort of reminds me of Elijah Boyd and his style of play, and for a freshman, that is definitely a fantastic quality to have.
Yeah, he's ever someone to be reckoned with on the court.
Boyd, a very consistent player for the past few years. Patel versus Eversole out to McMahon. Wide open Lavery from three. Oh, unable to get that one to go down.
There goes Mason Wang down the court.
And Wang, whose offense is so fast, he takes one from three. He does not get it to go. But his offense so fast, he's able to draw fouls in such a peculiar manner that it's just an amazing thing to watch for both Wangs. Such similar style of play. And Connor Laverty dishes it out to Peters. And Peters wide open for three. He's going to try and respond with one of his own, and he does not get it to go down as Michael Riley will make the rebound. Riley gets the boards, and after he gets the boards, Wang coming in to connect.
Nice grab by Luke Patel to McMahon. McMahon gets two for Widener, ties the game up with 12 minutes left to spare in our second half.
Nice open look as Wang goes to the basket. Claiborne will take it himself. And Patel with a nice steal, and he's looking down the court. He's trying to see who he's got. He had McMahon on one side, decides to go to Peters for three. Try to take the 48-45 lead, does not get it to go down.
That was a
game remains tied at 45.
That was a very necessary turnover that he needed to get some points on, but unfortunately didn't work out.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's broadcast of the Widener men's basketball game. 11 minutes, 56 seconds here in the second half of a tightly contested game between two teams looking to sneak into the MAC playoffs, especially Hood looking to keep their position in the MAC Commonwealth standings. Widener looking to squeak in. Wang from way beyond the arc.
A name that I haven't really been hearing about, that I haven't really seen anything from, is Claiborne. Claiborne was very hot out of the gate for the first half, but he hasn't been doing much in the second half.
Yeah, you make a fantastic point there. First half, he was dominant all over the court, both on offense and defense, all over the hardwood. Haven't seen too much from him thus far.
Hopefully, maybe he's cooking something up, I don't know, but he needs to be out there helping out his team. Ooh, hard fall, very hard fall by Michael Riley on Hood. Right now, Ryan McMahon leads both teams in scoring with 30 points.
Riley gets one to go down. And a substitution for the Blazers is number 20, Christopher Smalls, checks into the game. And Riley with a second free throw. In and out, the ball goes. McMahon grabs the board. Give him that one as he hands it over to Patel. Swinging it around, back to Laverty across the perimeter. McMahon, heavy coverage on him, had two guys on him, does not make the short jump shot. And Claiborne assessing his man. He finds Riley, who is covered by Lafferty. And then puts another one up for three. That one bounces off of Christopher Smalls, and this one's going back into Widener possession. And with that, Coach Caradeo will put Elijah Boyd back in the game as Connor Laverty will be substituted out of the ball game.
Widener did need a turnover this possession without points for the other team, so hopefully we can figure something out to get points on the board and maybe hopefully take back this lead.
Jared Peters has Ruiz on him. Patel, wide open Elijah Boyd. Back to Patel. Ooh. Just a little too much on that.
I don't know why he didn't take the three. He was open for it.
Yeah, a little too much juice on that one. Missed Jair Williams, but Michael O'Reilly failing to even hit the net on that attempt. Some hecklers in the crowd trying to get in.
We got some major hecklers in the crowd tonight screaming at the Hood players.
Love the little psychological warfare the fans are trying to put on the Hood Blazers.
That's a good word for it.
McMahon has Ruiz on him, heavy. Patel swings out to Peters, gets both of his guys to go for it, puts the bait out there, and the fish did go for it. Now Boyd stepping back. James Harden.
And the shot clock expires. What a shot by Elijah Boyd.
Shades of James Harden, fear the beard as he puts it up, sinks the three. Widener up 48-46 with a 9 minutes and 16 seconds left in the ball game, and that could possibly have been the turning point in this game as the fans are energized and into it. The band got into it. The Pride Pack dance team got into it. The fans are into it. The cheerleaders are into it. Just an all-around fantastic play by Elijah Boyd.
And the great psychological warfare of General is up in the stands.
Absolutely.
Right behind the court.
Relentless.
Now the players take care of the physical part, but our fans, they take care of the mental part. Once that mental part goes, you have no idea what you're doing. So hopefully we can keep egging it on so we can get this dub. Double bounce on the rim. McMahon takes it back, but it's ripped out of his hands and out of bounds.
Oh. Good call by the referee. Good call.
Ryan McMahon has been very impressive this game, taking the role of a leader in this game, getting rebounds, shooting the necessary shots you need. Not shooting threes, but you don't need threes. You just need points, and he's getting that for you.
Exactly. And Smalls on Patel for a short time. Patel assessing where he's going to go with the ball next. Finds Peters a short distance away. Back to Boyd. Steps back again.
We wanted it again. Patel for three. Ooh.
Let's see what the call from the referee is, and it looks like this one will be a foul on potentially Jared Ruiz. Yes, sir. Right on Jared Ruiz. That will be his first personal foul of the afternoon, team fifth. And Elijah Boyd. Jair Williams right by the basket, unable to connect, unable to finish. Open opportunity. And Mason Wang taking on Peters. We've seen him all day long, both of them. Another one. Give him another pair.
Now, a new face on the Hood team is Christopher Smalls, number 20. I haven't seen much of him in the first half, but they just put him in recently.
Yeah, complete opposite of Claiborne, where we saw Claiborne pretty much all over the place in the first half. Offensively and defensively, Small is now pretty much taking the role, assuming that position in the second half. Little kickball there. This one will stay in Widener possession as it goes off of Jared Ruiz.
Again, it's a tied game, second half with 8 minutes left to spare. It's anyone's game. But you didn't need me to tell you that. I told you to score.
Elijah Boyd from three. He's on fire.
Sinks it in. Nothing but net. Does the OK style on the way down. He knew that was going in.
Wang, no thank you, posterized in the paint. Put it on your dorm room wall, the picture of him being
Peters
posterized. And Peters for three. Thank you very much. Responding with another three-pointer is Widener. A 6-point lead, and the fans are into it, and it's getting into the head of Hood. You can honestly tell.
This crowd is on their feet. This crowd is ecstatic right now. 2 threes back-to-back. Peters and Boyd. Very, very, very necessary at this time of the game.
Just a great string of plays all around, fundamentally sound on defense, and obviously the three-point game, huge deciding factor in the deficit that they've created. Only 6 points. Plenty of time left for Hood to bounce back, but if Widener can continue this, game's over with.
Yes, exactly.
Little Black Sabbath to get us going into the final few minutes of the second half. And now is when Widener does not want to go into shutdown defense. They still want to get as many points, insurance points, as possible. They don't want to just prevent Hood from being able to score, but they also want to add to the total.
Exactly. It's still anyone's game.
Exactly.
The best thing to do in this situation is not to get too scared and not to worry about what's going to happen. Just focus on the now and play how you're playing during the present. Don't focus on anything else besides that. Keep a level head, and you will win the game.
Exactly. Widener has to pretend that this is a 0-0 ball game, that there is no lead, there is no time on the clock. Just play it like it's a brand new quarter.
Exactly.
Evan Wang finding a wide open man, little hook shot underneath the basket, tries going around the basket.
Yeah, he tried a little razzle-dazzle underneath the basket. It didn't really pay off for him. He doesn't get the foul.
Jalen Howard with the foul, and it looks that Tyler Evans, the junior guard from Nescopec, Pennsylvania, graduate of Berwick, at the line for 2 free opportunities, drains the first to put Hood within 5. 7:24 left in the second half. Only 2 periods of regulation. Let's see what each team can do. 40 minutes of play, that's all you get unless they want to go to sudden death, but hopefully that does not reach that point.
Boyd and Patel working together. This is Patel's first season with the team.
And Elijah Boyd over to Patel.
Great pickup by Widener.
Great open looks for Widener as Patel feeds it back to Boyd. He's got both Wangs on him this time. Double coverage, a nice pick by Howard.
For 3.
Boyd again,
no.
Off the mark. Same
Patel
team.
with gets the rebound.
A lot of strong style play right here. Jair Williams with a pick of his own. Tried to do a little pick and roll move. Back to Boyd, back to Patel. Wide open for 3. Yeah, he's just short.
Wang with the recovery. Driving down the field. The court, I should say.
Wang looking for Ruiz. He gets a pick set up. Oh, nice pick and roll and absolute beauty as Tyler Evans finishing the play with absolute pristine condition.
Great play by Hood. Not expecting the big man to roll up, but he did and gets them the 2 points they need.
That was
6 minutes left, 54-52 Hood.
Yeah, that was a pretty play. Jared Peters bouncing about, finds open man. Patel again for 3. Hasn't really made too many of those. Feeds it back at the Peters. And now in this point in the game, you don't really got to go so much for the 3-pointer. Try and find any golden opportunity that you can.
The problem I see with this is that they're taking way too many threes and unnecessary threes. That's
unnecessary threes, exactly. Some poor shot selection within 5 minutes left of a game that's fairly tight. And Jair Williams now. That's what they have to do. Take their time, assess the situation, use the shot clock to their advantage, use every second. Boyd inside, finds Patel for his 3rd shot. 3 is not the charm. Another rebound.
I mean, the threes you don't have, you're open, but again, very lucky 3 times at 3 offensive rebounds in a row. That's very, lucky. But again, you just cannot count on the threes. You got to try and get, it's good to get one, but take a 2. Drive in, try and get a 2. Make them, don't have a rebound be the end of it. But again, Widener's leading Hood by 2 points. 5 minutes left in the second half. playoff implications are very high by both teams.
Little Jessie J, Ariana Grande, Nicki Minaj in there, some bang bang. Let's see if they can bang out a victory.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully after this game, Widener can say thank you next to Hood and move on to the playoffs. That was a horrible line by me, I know, but still it's modern, so it's good.
Fresh shot clock here. Ryan McMahon back in the game to Peters. Hood with a little bit of tight coverage. Have to down by 2 within the final minutes of the second half. Jalen Howard.
Oh, almost.
Oh, man, is called for the travel.
This, again, 3 offensive rebounds. You could have used at least 2 points to get in there, but now you have Hood in the driver's seat.
Evan Wang gets the ball back to Jared Ruiz. He's out in 3-point territory. And he finds a wide open Evan Wang.
Evan Wang with the one-handed layup.
Jared Peters, his first foul of the game is team 7th of the game. Evan Wang and Mason Wang, we've seen them at the free throw line. We've seen them shooting from the baseline. We've seen them doing layups, 3-pointers, aggressive on defense. Similar styles of play, very aggressive, and they've contributed greatly to the outcome of this game, limiting Widener to 54 points, where they usually average about 60 to 70 points a game.
So the thing with Evan Wang is that he's 5'11", so he's not super big, but the thing is that he's very fast and he also has a high basketball IQ, which is very dangerous. That could have proved my point too. I was just hitting the praise with him being smart. I almost stole a ball, could have drove down the court, got 2 points, but sadly went out of bounds.
Now Connor Laverty. Elijah Boyd down to Laverty. Eversole playing a little mind games with Kenny Lewis.
Eversole knocked the ball out of bounds, stopped the clock at 4:03. We have 54-54. Anyone's game. This is the exact opposite of the women's game we saw before. All the way down to Laverty.
Jared Peters to Laverty from 3, and he's got it. Laverty, again, when it counts, 3-pointer, give it to him. Add it to the stat sheet. Wang to Wang.
He's fit into this offensive scheme really well. You know, coming in, no one knew what to expect, but he's doing it very well.
Michael Riley and McMahon, Wang versus Peters, and Wang left him wide open, little blown coverage by Peters, but Wang is unable to secure it.
Hard fall. Which draws the foul.
And Kenny Lewis able to draw the foul by Tyler Evans, his 2nd and team 5th on the afternoon. Riley, full court press. Shades of one. Boyd, a little bit of tough coverage on him. Back to Peters for 3. Off the mark, but Lewis with a rebound, and
Man, that ball bounced off of number 22, but he just didn't even feel it.
Didn't even phase it. I'd probably be...
I'd be on the ground if that ball hit me.
Yeah. I don't take pain too well.
Yeah.
So Evan Wang with possession of the ball now. A pass from Mason Wang. Inside to Tyler
Wang
Evans.
driving up.
And Wang again.
Another twofer for Wang, making it a 1-point game.
Despite the size differential, is able to press on inside the paint.
Yeah, 2
Multiple
minutes left.
occasions.
Don't try for a 3. Run the clock out, drive up, try and get a 2. Maybe draw a foul. Almost lose the ball there.
Lots of anticipation by Hood. Seeing this all afternoon, they've been able to generate a few turnovers because of this. Very aware team. Boyd for a 3 from across the ocean. Jared Ruiz will substitute into the game, replacing Tyler Evans. Evans, who has a few personal fouls against him.
Yeah, shot clock was running out. Boyd thought it would take a 3. Again, now we have Hood in the driver's seat. See what happens.
Hood obviously with the better conference record. And Widener trying to put a dent in that as the playoffs are quickly approaching within the upcoming weeks. And with a 1-point lead over the opposing Hood Blazers, who are a few seeds ahead of them, Widener looking to somehow advance in the playoff standings.
Yeah, this game's very close. Very close. Maybe too close to call. Yeah, we have a minute and a half left. But it's only a 1-point deficit.
Boyd from 3. Again, he's got it.
Oh, and he got it.
Smooth as silk. He knew it was in as soon as he released it. Didn't even have to look. But right away,
Wang gets 2. 2-possession game.
And it seems as almost if every time Widener generates some kind of momentum, either Mason or Evan Wang or Keith Claiborne back in the first half, they're able to just put an end to it, put their boot on it for a little while.
Yeah.
Especially with a minute 17 left and only a 2-point lead for Widener. Maybe 3s aren't the best options.
No, but Mason and Evan Wang have been picking up on Widener's scheme, and they've been driving to that basket. They're not taking through. Well, they have taken some 3s, but the majority of the points have been from layups inside the paint. And it's really impressive by those 2 guys. I mean, look, Mason Wang's 5'11", Evan Wang's the same height. Maybe they are brothers, it's the same height, but again, these aren't big guys, but their knowledge is insanely it's insane how good these guys are. They're very smart. Basketball IQ is off the chart. I really got to give it to those 2 guys. But just to think how close the score would be if they had Claiborne the same way he was in the first half.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. He contributed so much to the offense in the first half. Kind of died. We haven't really seen too much of him in the second half. His performance died down a little bit. We've seen a lot more of Tyler Evans. We've seen a lot more of Ian Eversole. We've seen a lot more guys we didn't really see too much from.
Yeah, Christopher Smalls is
Jared
in.
Ruiz.
Yeah.
And we've seen Kobe Butler. He's one of these starters. We haven't seen him as of late in the game. He's back in the game. Lafferty over on the other side of the perimeter, wide open. No one's even looking over there. To Jared Peters trying to find a lane, and that was stolen.
Oh, my God, they got the turnover. Christopher Smalls. Oh, but they
No,
got it back.
thank you.
Widener got it back. 3 seconds left.
The fans are into it. Crowd is going nuts. They are anticipating hopefully a dub for Widener. The band getting cued to play on some more. Coach Caradeo, another timeout for Widener.
Coach Caradeo knows what to do in this situation. 4 seconds left with 2 points ahead. he has the mind to give you the right scheme to win this game, but again, Hood is nothing to sneeze at. Very great team playing against Widener. Amazing schemes, great defense, great offense. Very even matchup, still with 40 seconds left to go.
And as the timeout dwindles to mere nothing, 40.3 seconds left on the clock in the second half of this ball game on a cold, chilly January Saturday afternoon. Once again, Sonny Fimple here for this broadcast with Luke Kincaid. Thank you for joining me this afternoon.
Oh,
First
no
time
problem.
broadcasting with you.
First time, yeah. You know, I think the first half was a little shaky, but I think right now I'm easing into it a lot better.
Everything's fine.
Oh, thank you.
Real pleasure announcing you this afternoon. Once again, this broadcast brought to you by the Widener Communications Department in conjunction and a partnership with the Widener Athletics Department here at Widener University. Big shout out to Chad Cooper for allowing this opportunity to happen. And with 30 seconds left on the clock, curious to see Widener's approach. Let's see what they've got going on, what they've got cooked up. As the shot clock down to 5. Tick-tock goes the clock, and McMahon out to Laverty with 1 on the clock. He's got it.
He got it.
He got it.
Wow. Shot clock ending with 13 left to go. Laverty gets the ball. Makes
fantastic.
An amazing 3 to most likely cement the game for Widener.
You know it's going to be a party on Melrose or a party on Glen Terrace,
Yeah.
one or the other.
Grease up the Lions.
Shaping up to be a good Saturday for these guys.
Yeah.
13 seconds left, 5 points, a 5-point lead. And the look of just sheer desperation on the faces of the Hood players.
Yes. Hood put up a great performance, and they still can. At this point, you got to think, Hood needs a miracle to win this game. A miracle for them. I don't know. It wouldn't be a miracle for us.
And with a victory today, Widener would go 7-4, and Hood would go 7-4. Therefore, they would be tied in that Commonwealth play, as Stevenson would most likely move up. Mason Wang, Jared Ruiz with a shot of his own. He misses.
And rebound
Peters,
for Widener.
5-4, and a foul. So a blue and gold afternoon for both teams, as looks to be another victory for the Widener men's team. We saw the women's team earlier prove a dominant win over the Hood women's basketball team. Very dominant.
Almost 40 points.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, almost 40 points ahead.
And although this was a much closer game, looks to be that this one will be wrapping up momentarily. So a devastating blow to Hood, and we know that even though that Hood has the better record overall, it does not matter with that. It comes down to conference rankings and conference play. And with that, they'll be tied in conference play. One more step to reaching their milestone of the MAC Commonwealth playoffs. Arcadia, of course, 15-3 overall, 9-0 undefeated in MAC Commonwealth play, and Stevenson 6-3 in MAC Commonwealth play. So these two would be tied for third, and they are.
That's a win for the blue and gold today, beating Hood. But again, Hood was nothing to sneeze at. Great team. But again, Widener came out ahead with that. Widener came ahead with that 3.
Yeah, that's right. And Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. As always, my name is Sonny Fimple. Always a pleasure being with you. Here with my partner here, Luke Kincaid. Fantastic being with you again this afternoon. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next Saturday from Widener. Take Stevenson. Alvernia, excuse me.